movies can fail on a variety of levels. They can be brilliant works of art that fail to capture an audience, obvious grabs for cash that fail to provoke, inspire or merely entertain. High budgets do not guarantee a good film, and low budgets don't ensure a bad one. Many factors may result in a box office flop. It may be poorly directed, have a bad script or bad acting. The movie may feature good actors, but the star power alone does not result in expected box office returns. Here are the top 5 most disappointing high-budget movies. Number 1. Waterworld. There are plenty of things $175 million can buy, but commercial success is not one of them. At the time of its production, Waterworld set a record for most expensive movie ever made, but poor reception and bad reviews led to box office revenues of only $88.2 million. The story goes like this: after global warming has melted the polar ice caps and flooded civilization, the mariner, Costner, a mysterious drifter, attempts to escape the savage smokers and escort Helen, Triplehorn, and her daughter Enola, Majorino, to the legendary dryland. Number 2. Stealth. Another in a series of men vs. machine plots. The 2005 film was incapable of drawing an audience large enough to compete with its steep production budget. The film cost $130 million to produce and brought in only about $32 million in the US, making for one of the biggest box office losses in film history. It might be of interest to you if you want to see lots of jet airplanes going real fast and making a lot of noise, and if you don't care that the story doesn't merely defy logic, but strips logic bare. Number 3. Cutthroat Island. Recorded as the biggest box office flop of all time. It cost $115 million to make, and it only brought in about $10 million. A disaster. Cutthroat Island was viewed by the New York Times as too stupidly smutty for children and too cartoonish for any sane adult. Number 4. Speed 2 Cruise Control. Do yourself a favor and see a movie instead. Not only is Speed 2 missing the first movie's main character, but the excitement seems to have departed with him. It won the award for Worst Remake or Sequel. Although the movie is considered to be a flop in U.S., as it only made $48 million while the estimated budget was $110 million. It made USD $164,508,066 worldwide. Number 5. Heaven's Gate. This will always be remembered for the money it cost and the money it lost. The notorious Heaven's Gate is based on the historical 1980s Johnson County War incident in Wyoming. This movie is $42 million thrown to the winds. It opened to poor reviews and earned less than $3 million domestically from an estimated budget of $42 million.